So, autumn is finally here. You know that feeling when the air gets colder, the evenings are definitely drawing in, and suddenly you just want to slow down. You just want to take it easy, have your roast dinners, go for walks outside, and just slow down your pace of life. For me, those are the feelings that autumn kind of invigorates in me, especially during this time of year as we tip into the darker half of the year. So I thought I'd carry on this series of 25 little ways to really lean into this season, to make it more magical, more intentional. Nothing fancy, just simple countryside inspired ideas that bring out the best of autumn. And I kind of want to focus on really easy ways that you guys can do this too. Hello and welcome back to Natural Living, or hello if you are new. This is the cozy corner of YouTube where we explore herbalism, crystal healing, seasonal living, and all things slow and intentional, and get us to tune back in with nature. So if you love connecting with nature and creating a more peaceful life, then please make sure to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I would love to have you here. So without further ado, let's get into 25 ways to romanticize autumn. So section 1 is all about nature and the outdoors, starting off with morning walks. Obviously, there is something about an early morning walk that just feels so calming. The air is crisp, and sometimes you get that soft, like the kind of mist that lays low over the fields, especially if you do go quite early in the morning as the sun is rising. You see all the beautiful cobwebs on the hedges filled with dew, and they're all sparkly. And it is absolutely worth setting the alarm a little earlier just to see these beautiful, sparkly moments that nature offers. And it's also amazing to go at that time of the day because nobody else is out there, and it's really peaceful, really quiet. And I find it quite meditative, so I definitely recommend that. So number 2 is collecting conkers and acorns. Do you remember doing that as a kid? Did you collect conkers as a kid? I absolutely did, 100%. And I still kind of love it. I love popping them, you could put them in a bowl at home. I love making a little autumnal display on my mantelpiece or above my kitchen cupboards, and they just make the room feel way more seasonal. And obviously things like acorns, pine cones, all these things that you can find on the walk are free, they're free from nature. So absolutely use those, and then once you're finished with them, put them in your compost heap, put them in your garden, let them just naturally rot down and go back to the earth. Number 3 is foraging. So if you've got hedgerows nearby, this is absolutely the time. We may slightly have gone past blackberries, but there are loads of rose hips, loads of sloe berries, all that kind of thing. So it doesn't need to be complicated. You can make a jar of jam. You can make some rose hip syrup for your tea. This is full of vitamin C and really great for the winter. Or, if you do still have blackberries, even freezing them for later is absolutely something you could do. There's even things like crab apples, or just, if you're lucky enough to have access to an apple tree or a pear tree, then just go outside, harvest them. All you have to do is just chop them up and just put them in a freezer bag, and then you have fresh apples throughout the whole of winter. Next up are woodland walks, specifically woodland. So autumn woods are obviously, come on, they're just the best, right? The crunchy leaves, the golden light filtering through the trees. There's a wood near us and it's full of bracken and ferns, and at this time of year they go this beautiful coppery colour, and it's just such a wonderful experience walking through the woodlands at this time. So take your time, wander slowly, and notice how the air smells different. It kind of smells earthier at this time of year and slightly damp. You may even spot some mushrooms while you're on your woodland walks as well, which is definitely a sign of autumn. Next up is watching sunsets. So days get shorter so quickly at the moment, don't they? I think a few weeks ago it was the sun will not set after 7 p.m. for the rest of the year now, which is a little bit crazy how quickly that's come round. But in turn, this means that the sunsets come earlier too, and they are quite magnificent at this time of year. So take a moment in the late afternoon, step outside with a cup of tea and just watch the sky change. It's such a gentle ritual, and you can take as long as you like. If you have a minute, if you have 5, if you have 10, this is something super quick and easy that everybody should be able to do. So next section is your home and kind of the atmosphere in your home, making it cozier, making it feel more autumnal. Naturally, I kind of do go into a little bit of hibernation mode during winter, especially, you know, the deep midwinter when it comes to January, February. But I do find that I'm spending much more time indoors already. And I just think cultivating a space where you feel cozy, where you feel like you can really hunker down and feel safe and secure is so important. So of course we have to kick off this section with candles. I mean, why wouldn't you? Lighting candles is just one of the simplest ways to change the mood at home. You know, there's a reason everybody says they never use the big light, they only use lamps and candles, because it just really creates such a cozy and much more calm atmosphere. You could try beeswax candles, they've got a lovely natural scent. You could even make your own candles at home, and there are plenty of candle making kits. You could get some soy wax and just give it a go. One thing I will say is make sure the vessel you put it in has already been used for candles, because we don't want any exploding glasses, please. So next up are textiles. I mean, you can see I've already cracked out the cardigan. Swapping the lighter summer throws like linens and things like that for thicker materials like wool, tweed, knitted things. You don't need to buy anything new, like absolutely please don't. You know, just layer up with what you already have. Or if you do feel the need to buy something new, then, you know, head to your charity shop. Head to Vinted. I love Vinted. I do get a lot of secondhand stuff from there. I think it's great for just reusing things. So layering up with the textures and the fabrics that just make your home feel cozier. I personally love a lot of faux fur, so I have loads of faux fur blankets that I bring out at this time of year. Next up are using seasonal like branches. So I love bringing in branches with autumn leaves or rose hips with their beautiful kind of bright red berries. You know, just pop them in a big jug or a vase. It is free, it is beautiful, and it just makes you feel like you are bringing the outdoors in. I know that this is something that we all do during Christmas time, but I think it's something we can absolutely do all year. And during this time of year, when the berries are still on the bushes, it's absolutely like prime time to kind of be able to introduce that foliage into your house. Next up is baking. I love baking, and I have baked so much recently. I have baked so much recently. Ever since kind of mid-September, I've really found myself drawn to like baking loads, in particular ginger biscuits. Don't know why, just am. But it's just such a cozy, homey thing to do. Even if you're not a baker, I'm sure you can try something really, really simple. You could try some simple gingerbread biscuits. They are really easy to make. You could try an apple cake, you could try a honey cake, a little fairy cake. There are all sorts of different things that you can try. And the smell just fills the house up and makes everything feel really homey and cozy and just calm. I love to put on Classic FM Calm while I'm baking as well, which is a lovely addition. Next up is kind of making little corners, little pockets of autumn around your house. So what does that actually mean? If you've got a fireplace, stack your logs up, make sure that they're full for the winter. If not, you could fill baskets with pine cones or just group together a few candles. As I said, bring in those seasonal branches that you have around your home and just create little displays. And it kind of creates a seasonal like nook or corner. And you know, as you're going through your house, you kind of notice these touches of autumn, and it just cohesively and collectively creates a beautiful space. Next up, one of my favorite sections, seasonal food and drink. So obviously this is the time of the pumpkin and squash. I do love the squash as well. So cooking with squash or pumpkins feels obviously like autumn in a dish. I mean, you see all those crazy recipes that people do where they bake soup in an actual pumpkin. I mean, that is pretty cool. Don't know if I have the patience for that, that's the word I'm looking for, but if you do, give it a go. It looks really cool. Obviously, fruit and vegetables are abundant at this time of year. You know, they are very much in season. So you could roast your pumpkins or your squash with garlic and rosemary and a little bit of onion, and then you just add in some stock and just blitz it all together, and you've got a really nice soup. It's cheap, it's filling, and it's a beautiful bright orange colour. So, you know, very, very on brand, very on season. Of course, we've got the spiced drinks. Spiced apple juice or spiced cider is a personal favourite. I do really, really love that. You could warm apple juice gently with cloves, cinnamon and orange slices. This will also make your house smell divine as well. So that is a really cosy drink. One thing that I started having in the evening is just having some milk, and I heat it in a pan and I add some vanilla, cinnamon and a teaspoon of honey, and I have that before bed, and oh my goodness, it's just so nice and calming, and yeah, I love it. It makes me feel really warm. Then we have, I kind of touched on them already, but soups and stews. So you can make a massive pot of something warming. It could be lentil soup, it could be beef stew, vegetable broth. You can then freeze the portions as well. So, you know, if you do a big cook-off on a Sunday, which is what I like to do, then you can freeze the portions so you can have them, you know, as an easy dinner on a cold night if you're late in from work. It's such a simple way of kind of being really kind to your future self and just thinking, you know what, I'm gonna help myself out. I know I've got a busy week coming up, so I'm gonna prep for it. Of course, I couldn't mention apple crumble. Obviously, in this video, it is the ultimate dessert. Apples, sugar, butter, flour, you know, what is not to love about that apart from possibly, you know, the health side of things. But you could add cinnamon or oats if you're feeling a bit fancy. You could put some seeds in the crumble as well, just to add in a little bit of nutrition. But you know, every now and then it is absolutely okay just to treat yourself, perhaps on a Sunday afternoon. Of course, herbal teas. Where would we be without herbal teas? You could switch up your teas to match the season. You could try chai tea, that's a lovely one for this time of year. Cinnamon blends, chamomile for the evening, or even blackberry leaf, if you can find it, is a lovely tea to have around this time of year. They're warming, they're very grounding, and they're a nice change from the kind of iced summery drinks that I'm sure a lot of us have been having. So the next section is all about simple rituals that you can do for yourself to help you feel good at this time of year. Obviously, kicking off with journaling. Autumn is a really reflective time. It is a time of year where, you know, we metaphorically let go of things that have held us back during the year, of things that we feel guilty about, things that we wish we hadn't done, regrets. It's all about reflecting, looking back and then letting go. That is what this season absolutely symbolises. And for some people, writing that down in a journal really helps to get that process going in their minds. One thing that I really love doing is seasonal reading. So autumn is the perfect time for, you know, a classic countryside novel. I have recently picked up Wuthering Heights. I'm gonna give that a read. You've got Tom Hardy's Far from the Madding Crowd, or as I said, something from the Brontes, very atmospheric around this time of year. Dracula, of course, is always a good one. I love the classic Gothic literature. If you have any recommendations for autumnal reads, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to see what you would recommend. Next up is something quite niche, but I thought I don't know, it just does make me feel like it's relevant to this time of year, and that is writing a letter. There's something very intimate and very special about handwriting a letter. Nobody does it anymore, so it's definitely like a lost art. Just handwriting a letter, be it to your mum or your grandma, or, you know, your partner or one of your best friends. You know, you can absolutely just write down your thoughts and just send the letter off to somebody, and you could maybe start up that kind of conversation away from technology, away from phones and screens and all that nonsense. Go back to the classic pen and paper and just see how you feel. You may initially kind of feel like this is weird, this is a waste of time, but I can imagine it's quite an artistic experience as you really get into it. Next up, we have making an autumn playlist. Obviously there are loads on Spotify, loads I'm sure, but you know, you could include some of your favorite folk music, soft acoustic music, even kind of maybe like film soundtracks that create that kind of nostalgic, cozy feel for you. You can put it on in the background where you read or whilst you're cooking your lovely soups and stews, just to kind of help create that atmosphere. Sorry if the camera has just moved. My microphone decided it would like to just run out of battery on me. So I've had to recharge and start again. Anyway, the next point is slow mornings. So autumn mornings just beg to be taken slowly. A candle lit on the dinner table, a hot drink, maybe a few minutes of just gentle stretching first thing in the morning. Give yourself permission not to rush. And I know that this is a privilege, and I know that this is a really common tip or piece of advice, but even if you can only do this once a week, perhaps on a Sunday, just take it really slow, take it easy. If you have kids, I know it can be really tricky, but encourage them to do the same. You know, they learn from their parents, so setting that example could really help just kind of set the precedent for being slow and intentional at this time of year. So the next section is traditions and creating seasonal joy. Starting off, I know I've already mentioned it, but pumpkins. Of course, pumpkins. So obviously, you've got the joy of carving pumpkins at this time of year. Or, you could just hollow one out and put out a little candle in it, put them outside for Halloween. It's a great activity to do with your kids, or even, just invite all your friends around, sit around the table and create some, weird and wonderful pumpkin designs. And it's just such a fun, interactive, physical thing to do. You're focusing on something tangible. It's nothing to do with screens, nothing to do with any of that. It's a really fun task. So I know this is perhaps more of an American thing, but perhaps having a harvest meal at this time of year could be really fun. So you could cook a meal that feels seasonal, so using all of the seasonal fruits and veg, the root vegetables, the pumpkins, the squash. You could make some bread. You could maybe even, if you want to go all out, you can make a lovely pie, something like that, and just share it with your friends and family. Invite them over for a meal. It's such a simple way of honouring the season, but it's so lovely to be able to share food with people. It's one of the most kind of basic human things that we do, is eat together, and it's so lovely and such a warming pastime. Next is pressing leaves. So you could pick up a few colourful leaves, press them between books, perhaps when you're on your woodland walks, pick up any beautiful, weird and wonderful ones. As I said, I really love the fern leaves. I think they look so beautiful when they're pressed. And then you could use them to make decorations. You could make a garland out of the leaves. You could use them for bookmarks. You could even stick them on the front of greetings cards. That would be really pretty. Next up is creating a seasonal table. So whether this is your dining table, or perhaps even a little corner on your work from home desk, or even on your coffee table, making a point of focus in your home more autumnal is so fun. So you could just do something really simple, like putting some apples in a bowl, putting a few squashes or mini pumpkins around, bringing in branches and pine cones from the outdoors. It doesn't need to be hugely styled. It doesn't have to be full of plastic pumpkins or plastic stems. It can all be brought in from nature. And lastly, the final tip that I wanted to give is stargazing, which was really cool. When I thought of this and I was like, oh my god, that's actually a really lovely thing to do this time of year. It does get dark earlier, the sky's so clear and so vast, and just taking a mug of hot chocolate, putting a blanket around your shoulders and just sitting outside when it's dark is just helps you feel really grounded, and it helps me feel really calm, because it's the complete opposite of overstimulating. It's quiet, it's calm, you can just see the beautiful stars. You can get those apps as well which tell you what constellations are which is always quite fun. So there you go, 25 little ways to bring autumn into your daily life. I think the key is just slowing down and noticing the details, the colours, the smells of the season, and even the sounds, the crunching leaves as they fall from the trees. We do get more storms at this time of year. The rain falls on the windows and it just looks beautiful. I think it's all about noticing these fine, tiny changes that happen in nature, or big ones with all the leaves falling off the trees. There are different kind of elements to it, but I think it's just about slowing down and noticing your surroundings and seeing what nature does. And perhaps reflecting what she does in terms of letting go of things that you have held on to throughout the year and no longer serve you. So thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, you may like some of the others that I have shared on natural living, seasonal living, herbalism, crystal healing, all sorts of stuff. So I will leave a few videos linked down below for you to check out after this one. And that leaves me with, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Stay happy and blessed be.